You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
It's time to drink water.
Sounded like she jumped into the water.
Bye-bye.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. That's so good.
Bye-bye.
That's really good.
That's a
Bye-bye.
that's a classic from Vic Berger's personal
Yeah, that
collection.
is a really good one.
That
Holy
is-
shit.
Bye-bye.
That's that is literally from Vic Berger's collection.
That's classic. That's classic. That's so good.
Sorry,
Holy
Vic,
shit.
but I don't have all. I have 3 Trump bye-byes, but I only have one in there to show my respects. I don't want to not here to copy Vic because this is our own.
You weren't supposed to do that.
I don't think Vic has this one.
Bye-bye.
You weren't supposed to. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I do remember that one. Of course I remember that one. Those
That's
are,
ours. So you have
it's ours.
you have
Bye-bye.
and
Bye-bye.
Gubaba and bye bye. It's just
Gubaba.
like I just have a Trump collection of baby noises because I have like the
Yeah.
grunts over here.
You weren't Bye-bye.
Anyways, enough playing
Bye
around.
bye.
We're having too much fun. What's up, Gavin? What episode? We're in it. Get hit by a
Welcome to
tennis
It Takes All
racket.
Kinds Welcome to It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 187.
Mhm. It's 87.
187. We're recording this on Tuesday, October 8th. You're hearing this on Friday, October 11th.
That's right.
It's good. I'm ready for this week to be over, so I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh God, I really don't like that.
Okay, what do you think it is? Now that you've had a second
Is
listen
it
to
someone? Oh, you know what it is? It's someone in leatherwear. It's someone in leatherwear moving around, isn't it?
You're super close. You're like
Is it-
super duper close.
Is it that guy on Instagram who like
It's not a-
wears?
well-
okay.
There is a person, but it's more about it's a thing. But you're on the right track with leather.
You know what is it that thing where they're swinging around, and they're getting duct taped?
No, it's not a. Don't.
you see that
Not
one?
a person. Don't stop thinking about people.
Is it like
talking
a
about, like,
dog
the
in
s-
leatherwear
like
or
the s-
something? Like
Are you talking about
the
like
Sibian?
The Sibian? Is it someone riding the Sibian? Is it someone riding the Sibian?
Is it someone riding the Sibian?
The creaky old Sibian? All right, you out of guesses. It's a leather sofa.
Ah,
It's someone
shit.
just creaking around on it. And it's my
Ah,
favorite
fuck, I hate
sound.
that.
By the way,
fuck.
that was okay. Didn't need to
Oh,
play
that
it
is really
twice.
loud.
That's very loud. By the way, new soundboard alert for me. This is a big deal. It's I had the old soundboard for fucking 3.5 years.
Yeah, 3 years, and it was shit the
It
entire
was
time.
always shit. It was $10 in the Apple iTunes store.
Yeah, Apple Store.
The Apple store, so you know
The
it's going to
App
be
Store.
garbage. So I finally graduated. I'm sitting with the big boys, just like Doug and Vic of Office Hours.
Shot.
Of Office Hours, of course, using Farrago. I always want to
Figaro.
Figaro. I always want to add another R into it, but it's Farrago, and it's great. It was $50, but it was worth it. And I'm just figuring out levels, so apologize for the next couple weeks if some things are really loud. But we're here. Yes, we're here. Let's do it. Enough playing around. I'm just having fun. We're just having fun.
Oh, I'm just playing around with mine too. I'm playing with myself.
Gavin's had his forever, but he's still playing with his.
I'm
if you know
gatekeeping
what-
it. Yeah, I'm gatekeeping it.
That's
Carson,
true.
you'll never know what it is.
You'll
It's
never
not
know.
the meme soundboard that is used for iPads on an iMac or anything. Mm-mm.
And you're
It's not
definitely
that
not going to
one.
hear an ad in about 15 minutes.
No.
That's kind of
no,
fun,
no,
though.
no.
I like that. This week, man, oh man, we got some very fun stories to get to.
This is much more of a
Nothing-
fun episode.
Yeah, and unlike the
We're
last couple,
bouncy.
which have just really sucked,
We're bouncy with it.
we're bouncing that shit, if you know what I'm saying. Pretty good timing.
You
on
watch
that one.
Challengers?
Oh, God, I don't know if I ever will.
You're going to
People are
watch Challengers?
You're going to watch Challengers while you ride the
While you ride-
Sibian, you whore.
I'm sorry, Carson. Sorry for making you having to edit this where I'm not like in frame for half of the times I'm laughing because you're making me laugh too hard.
That's fine. That's okay. You know what? It's worth it. If I'm making you laugh, then it's worth it.
Holy fuck.
Yes, we have some fun things to get to involving. So one of them involving a former, almost said former politician.
future politician.
Future politician, but he's not really. He was never really a politician. And of course, I'm talking about George Santos from New York, of course. And he, as far as I know, because Gavin is presenting this. I don't know why I gave it an accent.
Hey, presenting this.
Went on to, I'm assuming, a Twitch stream or YouTube
Yes.
stream. I don't know where this guy streams at, with like a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old,
I don't know how old he is.
pretty young person, and played Fortnite with him. And apparently it was a whole thing. So we're going to talk about that. I'm very excited. Gavin said it's very funny. And then,
No, he's 25. He's our age.
oh, really? He looks like
Yeah.
a young child. He's older than me.
Connor eats pants. Yeah.
Connor
He
eats
was-
pants.
yeah.
He seems like
He was born in August. Yeah.
Seems like a good
Yeah.
guy. From
genuinely.
from what I can tell. I don't know much about him, but I've never heard a bad thing about him. And of course, it's really the headline, but then you dig into it and it's actually pretty interesting. The headline reads, this is from the New York Post, Elton John, 77, list organs he's had removed. Quote, not much of me left. So
That's
we're
good.
going to get into that. And it actually will further solidify a story we talked about not that long ago about him taking a piss in a sneaker store
Yeah.
in France.
You got a picture with the guy. You got a picture with the guy.
Pisture. But there's something in it that you're like, oh, that story is definitely true. Because the whole time we've been like, is it real? Is it? I'm 100% sure saying it is after reading this story. So very excited to get to that. We have a new segment that I'm coining Website of the Week. We love websites with really stupid names. Gavin had some questionable news outlet stories last week that were all confirmed, but the news outlets were interesting.
Yeah. We got to
And
find more of those.
Of course, we love artnet.com. We
Yeah.
love all of our websites. So I found a new website
MSNBC.
that we're going to debut.
Was one of the
Super
websites
funny.
like Rager or something last year?
I don't know.
Or
it
last
was
week?
like, yeah, it was. I can't remember. It was really funny though. I wish I could remember, but I just
I gotta
can't. We can.
Pull up the edit history.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same exact thing. And then a couple clips of the week. And one of them we're gonna just kind of see how it goes. If there's time, we'll do a next door drama. Likely we'll be saving that for another week. We've had I think 2 weeks in a row now. I've had a next door drama. Saving that. That's all we got, folks. Let's just get into it. I don't want to waste any time. Gavin, I know you've been a busy man. You've been a bit stressed this week.
Oh yeah.
Despite, I mean, you're not
tension
showing.
headache
You're in a pretty joyful mood.
Oh yeah,
today,
no, that's that was the
which
thing.
is
Like
good.
yesterday I did a presentation on propofol use for headaches, and so that was an interesting topic presentation that I did, or like a journal club is what it's called, where I read a journal article and report it to a group of people. This time it was the entire inpatient pharmacy
Oh shit!
at my hospital, and I thought it was just going to be just my preceptor, maybe a couple other people, and she's like, "All right, so you just go down to the main pharmacy whenever you're ready." And I was like,
What?
"Okay,
What's
perfect."
up?
Yeah, so I was like freaking out, but then whenever I did it, I was like, just pull it in. No other way to explain it, but just like pull it in. I
Yeah.
just envision like a gray circle.
You
that's
talk
like,
about
like,
this a lot. It's very
Yeah, whereas
interesting that you think this.
It's just
way.
like just pull it in, and
Yeah.
it's like, and it's the same thing whenever like I want to pass out. I just say like, you got to be serious.
Yeah. Maybe I got to try that because I'm getting better at not being so nervous in certain situations, as far as like being on camera here is different because it's you and I, but as like far as
Right.
doing like other things, it's gotten a lot better, but like I've never figured out a way how to just be like, lock in, get over yourself. This is not a big deal at all.
Yeah, it's like if you've ever worked with any like modeling software where like you're able to like move ahead, move ahead. And it's got like a circle on the head, and you can like kind of adjust how it is.
I can
That's how
picture exactly
it.
what you're thinking of. It's just very interesting.
It's like a big just imagine like the weird faces that they wore in Beetlejuice too, like kind of that like
where
was a spy.
You know where my mind went to, because it always does, is Lawnmower Man.
Well, yeah.
For some reason, just picturing, because those 3D modeled faces.
Yeah, literally it's like that. Yeah.
I think about that movie way too much. It's kind of a problem.
I've actually really appreciated how much we've worked that into our lives.
It wasn't even on purpose. We weren't trying to copy Funhouse.
No, it's so good.
Genuinely,
it's genuinely such a great memeable movie.
I can't not think about it. I think
I can't.
It's my Roman Empire. I literally think about it once a week.
It's literally art. I mean, especially. I mean, I have to watch the director's cut. I mean, unironically, I think I have to watch the director's cut. That might be more worthwhile.
We'll get to it. Because we got to get Because wait.
Yeah, boy.
Was it just you and I that watched it, or was Spencer there?
Yeah, it was just me and you.
Okay, so we got to get...
It was like Spencer left, and then we were like, let's watch Lawnmower Man.
We got to get everybody together to watch... What button did I just hit? That's not the button I wanted to hit. We got to get everybody to watch the director's cut, because it's really something. And I think about... I saw God once a week, too, because that's the best moment ever. We're not talking about Lawnmower Man. Though. Do you want to be smart? But yeah, so you've got some more presentations coming up.
Yeah, I got two more. I got one more tomorrow for a grade, and then the other one is more of like a report back to the pharmacy kind of report for Warfarin. So
there you go. And is this your last hotel week, or do you have one more?
Yeah, it's my last hotel week. I'm only here for 2 days, two nights, 2 days.
Oh, and then you get some little time off.
And I get some TLC. I get 3 days off.
And you don't work this weekend, do you?
I don't work this weekend.
Finally have a weekend off.
For the first time since September 16th, I've not had to work or be on rotation.
That's pretty nice. And we can finally watch I Saw the TV Glow.
Exactly.
We need to pick a day.
100% on my agenda.
Also, next week we're definitely going to be talking some movies, because we got to watch that. Well, we have to figure out what day to do that. And then another day that we're not watching that, I am going to go see Terrifier 3 that comes out on Thursday, and I'm very excited about that because it's a Christmas one.
Was Terrifier 2 the one that people were saying that like they threw up at and stuff?
Yeah, they're saying that about this one too. Again, it's just kind of like I don't know. It's a way, like on
a fear response.
A show I work for, Movies Baby, shout out. Go listen to it.
Which I have actually gotten their clips now. I'm starting to get their clips on TikTok.
You see
There's one that got a pretty big like.
Yeah, they get a lot of engagement, positive or negative. Funny enough, like, I mean, I don't want to get too much into this, but like, I mean, we talk about movies, but it's like, I don't really get too in the weeds, but everything they've said, I've been on par with what I feel about things, which is great. Yeah. I mean, that's good. You don't want to, it would suck if it was the other way around.
You're amongst true movie enjoyers.
Now ride
You're
the
about to
Sibian.
witness. You're going to ride the Sibian.
And watch Lawnmower Man, the director's cut. On Tubi, so you also have to sit through all the ads. Fuck, I forgot where I was going. Oh, yeah, but yeah, no, they bring that up a lot. It's like, it's just movie marketing. They were saying Longlegs was like the scariest movie like of all time. They were saying that in the trailers, and it wasn't. It was great. But it's not
fantastic. It's a great movie, but
it's not the scariest movie of all time.
Not the scary movie at all.
So
Hereditary still takes that.
Oh yeah, fucking.
Which I think I have to rewatch now. It's around Halloween time. Might have to rewatch that too.
It's
fucked with me for a week.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, but it genuinely fucks me up for a month after watching it. But it is 100% one of my favorite movies of all time.
And I don't think I've ever watched Midsommar all the way through, so that might be another one to watch.
I would be down to rewatch that again. I would like to rewatch that again.
There was a shirt I saw on Depop that was like Midsommar. I don't even know the style of it, but it was it was just like A24 Midsommar. It was like a screenshot of something. It was like A24, like officially licensed gear, but it was
it's probably
Midsommar.
So it's probably Online Ceramics. Hold on a second. I can get something out real quick.
And they have it was on Depop for some reason.
Well, a lot of that, especially the art. So Online Ceramics is a cool company who actually like are still making stuff, but the two original founders like aren't together anymore. Like one of them split off. But they're just a cool brand, and for whatever reason, like A24 started collabing with them. I think around I don't know if Hereditary was the first one or not, but they started doing like officially licensed gear after the movie came out, like with Online Ceramics. A24 would team up with them, and they would always be super fucking cool. They still do it now, which is great. I think that's super smart to do movie merch. I mean, they did that back in the 90s, nice. And then like they kind of haven't really done much of it since, unless it's like a Walmart or Target thing. But
yeah,
to have like new movie merch for like new like art house movies is super cool. But I know they did Midsummer stuff because I have a Hereditary hat.
Yeah, it's very much like that.
With Online Ceramics. It's
kind
the only
of
thing I've been able
that
to
style 100%.
Yeah, the Midsummer stuff is super cool. I mean, Hereditary is just one of my favorites, so I had to get that. But yeah, Jesus, how did we get here? Terrifier 3.
We'll get there. So Terrifier 3, you're going to watch that next week.
Yeah,
we're going to have a lot of movies to talk about next week.
Yeah, they're just saying that it's, people are fucking puking, and it's like, maybe that's true. I don't know. I mean, it's really if you're really sensitive to gore, you're going to have a horrible time, because and I usually am not, I don't like gore that much. It's not my favorite thing, but it's like whatever they tapped into a Terrifier, they do it in such a funny way that it's like, ridiculous. It's like humor. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like it's this clown who is scary, but he doesn't talk. And he just like wants to like torture people, and there's not really a rhyme or reason why. Yeah. It's just like it kind of happens. I didn't really love the second one. The first one is great, but I'm really excited for this third one.
I think I remember watching the first one freshman or sophomore year of college.
Oh, maybe you weren't there, because the first time I saw it was with a group of our friends.
No, I was not with you guys. Okay. I know that for sure, because we went to a haunted house, I think the Darkness in Soulard, and then we came back and watched the Terrifier.
Interesting.
The darkness consumes me.
But yeah, so lots of movies to discuss next week. This past weekend, I wasn't stressed out, but I was fucking felt sick as a dog, if I'm being completely honest. Listen, so first of all, before I go into any of this, everybody get your vaccines.
Yes.
Please, please, please get them.
Now's probably about the time to go and get it. So you're actually like kind of able to mount an immune response if you get it. Especially you can also still get the flu. This is you can still get the flu. You can still get COVID. They were never propagated as this wonder thing.
But I will say, Gavin, and this is true. This ain't no joke. This ain't no Donald Trump. I don't think I've been like sick in like years. Like genuinely years. The flu, strep. I have never had COVID. Still, I've never had it. Somehow worked weddings like during the height of it and didn't get it. I think I'm immune. But I've never been sick. You were taking
so much hydroxychloroquine.
Of course.
And, ivermectin.
Of course I was. I got it from that website that was being propagated on that sitcom.
Oh, yeah.
But I've always gotten the flu vaccine. I've always gotten the COVID vaccine since it started coming out. And I haven't been sick. I genuinely have not. Besides this past weekend, for reasons we'll talk about in a second, is from the vaccine. It happens. But so I feel like I'm a walking example of like, you should probably get it. And like you said, you can still get it. Some people are more...
It's just not as bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully not as bad. You can still get it.
So go get it. It's just a quick reminder of that. But I am very sensitive to vaccines as far as like the reactions afterwards are usually pretty bad for me. And I know, same for you. This one was especially bad for some reason. And again, like, I'm sorry if this is, don't be scared. You're going to be fine. This more than likely won't happen to you.
And if it does, you can take Tylenol.
Yeah, it'll last. It like literally yesterday.
A day.
Yeah, yesterday I started feeling better. But I got it on Saturday midday. Towards the evening, I was like, yep, I'm starting to feel it. Went to bed and like wasn't really getting a great night's sleep because I was like very achy. And there was one thing that was quite interesting that I had never experienced before is that, this might be TMI, not to you, but to the audience, but I'll use technical terms. My testicles were in pain. They were like,
that's certainly something.
Really
Isn't that
achy?
something that happened to Nicki Minaj's cousin or something like that? Wasn't that like a thing? She's like, yeah, my cousin's friend had giant balls from the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, but I don't. It was either the vaccine or it was from getting COVID. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember.
But it's like it made me annoyed because I was like
trying to nut, and it was just like,
yeah, exactly.
it
And I
hurt.
couldn't. No, it made me annoyed because like it's a known thing with these lunatic right wingers to be like, the mRNA is gonna fuck up your sperm and it's gonna alter your sperm and all this and yada yada. I won't. There's more.
And you actually pulled out a microscope and put it on a slide and looked at it.
I
and
checked it
Holy
out.
shit!
I pulled out my microscope that I own.
Nutted on the slide.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't trying to do anything gross, Gavin.
Okay.
It was just genuinely in pain, and it was preventing me from getting sleep. And I couldn't figure out why.
Well, okay, so for women watching the show, I don't know if you guys have
Yeah.
periods, right? But
Right, right?
You guys have periods, right? You guys know about that.
You guys aren't weird, right?
And men,
guys
they
know
have
about
these.
that.
They have these sperm cramps. That's what they have.
Yeah.
These sperm cramps. Me and you, we
Uh-huh.
get those
Once a month.
all the time, once a month, and it's usually, and sometimes even more often. And it's just like giving birth. It's like getting kicked in the balls,
Right.
but it's cramping because it's trying to produce so much cum.
And you're like, to use technical terms.
To use the technical term.
So if you're ever laying down with your man and he starts going,
Oh, just know it's his balls.
just know it's his balls, and do whatever you can to help him out. I don't know,
Yeah, give him an ice pack.
ice pack, give him
Yeah,
a hand. You could give him a hand and help him out.
What about giving him a freaking hand?
What about giving him a hand? I saw it was a Clickhole article that said Jesse Plemons denies Ozempic rumors and cites that he lost 180 pounds by just clapping. That was pretty funny. But yeah, so my balls hurt. Whatever. So what? Okay.
Doesn't
But then-
everybody from
Doesn't
time to
everybody
time?
From time to time from the vaccine. But then I woke up and I got out of bed and I jacked off and I was fine. I didn't do any of that. I was fine. It was just very bizarre.
Hold it in anymore.
It could have been completely unrelated. You know what I mean? Which is the other thing that really should be said here. It was just very interesting.
It was a busy weekend for him. He had his balls getting crushed all
Very
weekend.
busy. Very busy. And then that whole Sunday kind of sucked. I went and played disc golf, which was a huge mistake, and I felt terrible the whole time.
Were
But
you
I just
vomiting?
tried- No,
Just
I
vomiting
wasn't.
into the discs.
But it
They're
was
throwing you-
weird. Yeah. Whatever.
Oh fuck!
Shit.
Ah shit!
But it was weird, speaking of vomiting, because
Oh, good.
it really fucked up my stomach too. Like yesterday, Sunday and Monday, my stomach was felt so bloated, and it was, again, could be unrelated. It's just very bizarre, all of these things.
It didn't
was
have
like,
anything to do with that breakfast burrito you consumed at 9:00 at night on Friday.
it could have been that
could have been,
pastrami breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
It could have been, but I don't know. It was again, it could be. It could be. I don't know. Just very interesting. But that was my weekend. I also regret to inform, last week we were live checking in on the vice presidential debate. And I was talking big game about it. I'm so excited, man. Right after this, I'm going to watch the whole thing.
You got right on that, right?
Sorry to say this, but I didn't watch any of it.
Oh.
I didn't even, I don't even think I watched a clip of it. You guys told me things about it and I was like, oh, okay. But I just, I kind of went in the same Grumpy Cat. I kind of went in the same route of your thinking, where you're like, no, I don't want to watch. Like, there's no reason to.
It honestly
I
just
soon
hurt my
realized
psyche
that.
watching the first one, and I was like, I'm not watching any more fucking debates. This is terrible.
Yeah, and it was just like, it was very cordial. Like, sorry, I was thinking we were having an earthquake. It was very cool. very cordial, which was good. Props to both of them for that. And I was just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, they
if I
said
need
they
to watch
agreed on
this.
a lot of stuff.
People said that JD won. Sure. What does that even matter?
Whatever, man.
Have you seen him do literally anything else?
Anything else?
He's a failure at life. So we'll give him this win. I guess that's fine. I don't really
He wrote
care.
a book about it too. He was so hillbilly elegy where he fucked a couch, by the way.
And
real
wrote the
news.
Sibian.
And rode the Sibian on the couch.
He wrote it on the couch. So it's like, what, so I didn't watch it. I'm sorry, if you guys were expecting a whole report on it. I don't care. Sorry. Moving on though, Gavin.
Rest in peace to Kembe.
Oh yeah, rest in peace to the boy.
Yeah.
Who else died?
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose died. Rest in peace. Yeah, some sports Hall of Famers. You know what was revealed to me on Office Hours? We can talk about this for a second. That I didn't know is that Rob Schneider was like trying to make some sort of connection between Dikembe getting the vaccine and the fact that he died. Yeah,
he did that on Twitter in the year 2024, and the video that he quote tweeted was from 2021.
Right, from literally years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
It's just like, I mean, insensitive doesn't even put it into words. What that
just say you liked the guy and you're sad that he passed away.
Right? Why do you have to do this crazy fucking insane thing to say? Like, what are you? Anyways, that just blew my mind. Don't mean to bring it down. Hey, let's. I want to get to this Fortnite thing first, Gavin.
Yeah, sure.
I want you to tell me all about this.
I'm just gonna share my screen now.
Oh yes,
so I don't forget.
I will have it open so I also don't forget.
You see this?
You damn turkey! I do see it.
Okay, so this weekend, there's a streamer called. This weekend, Costin's balls to it.
Sorry, my cousin's here to tell us all about it.
And so there's this guy who's named Connor Eats Pants on Twitch, and he gets famous celebrities to do Fortnite Fridays with him. He
just
goes
like
and
Ninja
plays
did.
Actually it does. And I think a couple weeks ago he had the Tiger King, which went under the radar, or like.
Wait, what? He had the guy who was in jail?
Yes. Allegedly. Or it could have been a voice actor or something, but that was something that he tweeted about. Yeah.
Wait, so do we know that this is even this was
actually This is real. This is 100% real. Like George Santos was even tweeting about it. But yeah, this is real. So basically I think he was trying to it's really just kind of like for memes. I mean, George Santos is like going to jail or like will be going to jail very shortly here.
Right.
He's on trial and got sentenced to 6 months or something like that, or for all this fraud shit, because he is a fraud.
Yeah,
and hardly a politician at that. And
his whole life is a fraud.
Yeah, it's so weird seeing him in like a candid thing because he's always kind of been like that candid person. Mm-hmm. But it's so weird seeing him try to navigate Fortnite because this guy Connor Eats Pants is also very. He's very political and doesn't have an issue talking shit to him.
Yeah.
There's a couple of clips in here where he just kind of is he just talks shit about George Santos or he has a couple of jokes in here. But I'll just go ahead and start playing clips of it.
Let's do it. I can't wait.
If you're a shitty shooter and you're a sloppy shooter, which usually people using AR-15s are actually not the best.
Yeah, if you're a 19-year-old Republican.
If you're a shitty shooter and you get
here's another
That's
clip
funny.
here. Did you see Kim Kardashian's little thing about the Menendez brothers should be released? That they're not monsters, and she knows. She spent a lot of time. She calls Kyle Lyle.
I don't know who is that. What?
The Menendez brothers, a little two monsters that killed both their parents, are now trying to gain empathy with this new docuseries that came out on Netflix, saying that they were, molested by their parents and whatnot. It's just bullshit. They're two little monsters, and
I don't really care about that. I don't really look into that. It's crazy though. I care more about there's 100,000 people that are dying in the Middle East.
Wow.
Yeah, and you should be equally pissed off that. Oh,
Big win!
you won! Look at that.
Wow, what a transition.
These are great. These clips are fantastic.
Man.
These are all over my timeline.
What a transition for like so many reasons. For him to like go into like being like, I don't care about that when there's thousands of people dying in the Middle East. Is like good on him for making that transition, but it's also like, holy shit. And then for the victory royale that happened, and then he's like, oh, you won.
Big win.
Oh, big win. Because he was like, didn't know what to do at that point. And then
these are kind of like all out of order here, but it's crazy. These
are just the highlights.
These are the highlights, and they're all kind of out of order. So these could have happened at any point in time during the stream. I don't know how long it was, but I'll keep pulling up.
If you guys sub to our Patreon, we'll do a full watch through of it.
Yeah. Actual peak content, Connor's doing it differently.
Oh, that's amazing.
Stadium 2 mini games hit like crazy. I've always wanted to do like a streamer event with that. If we ever do that, you're invited.
Yeah, you bet. Let me know. All right, but Connor, thank you so much. Have fun. Talk to you soon. Good luck on the
It'll
date.
probably be after 6 months though, so maybe, I don't know.
All right. Yeah, you landed that one in there. All right, take care, man.
The joke was that he's going to jail. Stadium 2.
That's so good. This is. I might legit. I said this about the debate, so no promises, but I might legit watch this whole thing. This is amazing.
This there's I'll do. I think this is a double clip right here.
Okay.
Do you know who my skin is in Fortnite?
I have no clue who that is. Who is that?
OJ Simpson.
Oh my fucking god.
Do you know who my skin is in Fortnite?
Wait, I might need that for a sound bite of him saying, "Oh my fucking god."
Do you know who my skin is in Fortnite?
I have no clue who that is. Who is that?
OJ Simpson.
Oh my fucking god.
That's so good. Oh my fucking god.
Here's another clip here.
Like an AR-15 though? Like, why do you need an AR-15?
I mean, aren't you using a make-believe AR-15 in your game?
Yeah, it's a video game.
Yeah, I understand, but again, I try to draw these parallels. Like, why do you need that in the video game?
Because it's a video game, George, and nobody's dying in a video game.
I get that. There's a dichotomy there. No, let's put it this way.
Like an AR-15
That's
though?
great.
Like,
So he posted that one.
You posted that one, and then you posted. I think this is the same one. I just pulled the. Yeah, it was the same.
Okay.
Clip.
So is he okay? So he is playing with him. He's in.
Yeah,
the
he
game?
was playing with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he was playing the game. It was.
Or not.
Yeah, he's just really bad at Fortnite, so he probably died.
Right. And
His
he was blabbing
his,
too much. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Fuck, that's so
that
funny.
was. It's real. It was some really good content on my timeline, and it's just like no one had like challenged a politician like that. I feel like on stream in like a long time. Yeah,
and he did it in like a really good way. Like he did it in like a very like just conversational way of just being like, let's see what I could get out of him.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's so smart. I love his delivery. I like, I'm not one to watch gaming streamers often, but I genuinely like this guy. He's funny. He's political. He's got good delivery. It's great. That's funny.
Yeah, I said George Santos is in the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. Under 2 hours until the biggest stream of the year since the last Fortnite Friday.
That's so funny.
But yeah, it says tomorrow the first Fortnite Friday with the guest calling in from federal prison.
Okay, play that clip. I gotta hear if this is real or not.
I worked at zoo from 6 in the morning until midnight every night. Some of those cages were 2 acres big. What did you want?
My job is really hard. My job is hard. I work hard every day, bro. I get it. I understand. I like totally.
What did you see that you didn't like?
I just thought that the Tigers could have been treated a little bit better, is all. And I just thought
what was wrong?
I don't know.
Tell me what was wrong.
I don't know, man. I don't remember. It's been a couple of years. You're right. I'm a shit interviewer.
Don't accuse me of abusing my Tigers if you don't know what the hell was wrong.
That far. I'm just saying that maybe there's a reason that the allegations were there and that they were presented that way. Like, what reason would Netflix have to present all that in that way if there wasn't a bit of a story there?
That was to pass the Big Cat Safety Act for Carol.
For Carol, but okay. Well, isn't her husband actually alive? Anyway, I forgot to even mention that.
No, you are so fucking far behind on information.
Wait, I thought
God, do some homework before you call me again.
I thought he was alive. Is he not alive? Am I wrong? Oh my God, he hung up on me.
I worked at.
Sounds like it's actually. I mean,
Yeah, that sounds
I'm
like
seeing
him.
everywhere that it's him. I'm not seeing any denying that. Wow,
You are so fucking far behind.
You are so fucking far behind. I can't wait I gotta know more. I gotta see who his next guest is gonna be. That's exciting.
Yeah. That's gonna be like a weekly drop. I feel like it should be
of just wonderful goodness. That was amazing.
Who knows what it could be?
Thank you for checking in on that. I'm jealous that I didn't see that. But let's talk about another queen. In Elton John, who's just become, I feel like maybe Elton John is going to become like our mascot of the show.
He's a amalgamation of both you and I.
Yeah, and he's also like
gay.
Yeah. He's also like that's a good point. He's also like it feels to me like everybody sees him as like he can do nothing wrong. He's this larger than life person. And I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with him. He seems like a good guy. He does great work. But there's just some very interesting things that he's done recently.
I don't think you or I could get away with pissing into a bottle at a shoe store.
I tried. My balls hurt the next day.
It was
fill
rough.
in the blanks. But he is also 77. He has 2 children, aged 11 and 13. He's probably gonna pass before they have any real lasting memories with him, if we're being honest. Which is sad. Like, I say that in a joking way, but it's sad. It's like, I don't know if you needed to have kids.
He fucked.
Elton. Hey, Elton. I don't know if you needed to have kids.
Is he actually gay or not? Like, is that?
Yeah, he's gay. What do you mean?
Okay. Is he bisexual? Because he has kids. You can't be gay and have kids.
I want that on record, damn it. Put that on record that Gavin said on October 8th. If you're gay, you cannot have kids.
You cannot have kids.
I'm assuming there was a surrogate involved, or maybe they were adopted.
Or he was just fucking.
Or, maybe it just happened. I've heard.
A hole's a hole.
Listen, I've heard it can just happen.
That's what I've heard too.
It's
if you're 64 and you're fucking around, you're fucking.
Shit, you never know.
You're on tour, you don't know where you're going.
You never know what can happen. And listen, I know people of all ages. I knew someone whose dad was like in their like even older than Elton would have been. When they had him. Like it happens. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe those people usually don't turn out to have great relationships with their parents, and that makes me sad. But so Elton, October 7th. This is from the New York Post, of course. My favorite website for ads.
October 2nd.
October 2nd. What did I say?
7th.
Oh, I thought I said 2nd. Sorry. Elton John, 77, list organs he's had removed. Not much of me left. The 77-year-old singer openly joked about his many health issues in a speech at the premiere of his new documentary, Elton John, Never Too Late. Besides when he's got to piss. Which is also like, how many documentaries do we have on Elton John? We need another one? What else is there to say? At the New York Film Festival on Tuesday. Quote, "To be honest with you, there's not much of me left." John told the audience after a screening of the doc, directed by his husband, David Furnish, and RJ Cutler. I also just hope that was just like, it's like you see, again, bringing up Clickhole or The Onion, where it's just like unprompted. He just said that unprompted.
Yeah, I hope it was unprompted.
The documentary ends, everybody's clapping. Do you have an applause sound?
Yeah, hold on.
Or maybe I do. Do I have an applause sound still? I should. Oh, hold on.
My board's glitching.
Uh-oh. I don't know if... I guess maybe I don't. Anyways, let's just pretend like an applause happened. Big applause. And then he's like, "To be honest with you..." Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, to be honest with you, there's not much of me left. Maybe he was just saying that he was tired of getting documentaries about him done too. He's like, what else is there for me to say?
Yeah, what else is there to show? I mean, you got all of me.
What else?
Plus
is
my
there
balls.
to show? The next documentary is going to be him on the Sibian, spilling.
So he's gonna ride the Sibian.
So Elton John's going to ride the Sibian and talk all about his 1977 album.
And then he goes on to say, quote, I don't have tonsils, adenoids, or an appendix. That was like a pirate. He went on per people. I don't have a prostate. I don't have a right hip or a left knee or a right knee. In fact, the only thing left to me is my left hip. So first
But
of
I'm
all,
still here.
I don't know if I'll do this for sure, but I had the idea as soon as I read that I want to Photoshop an image of an anatomically correct Elton John per what he said he is. So it's going to be him. He's not going to have a knee. He's not going to have any hips, or he's going to have one hip, but not the other one. So he'll be like leaning on, he'll be like kind of lumped over, and then his knees are gone. So his legs are like broke. He has no knees. Maybe it'll just be like a stiff leg. It's just one stiff leg. Because if you don't have a knee, your leg's just stiff. So it's going to be like stiff leg,
Straight up and down.
slumped over. I don't know how I can
Like
draw him
make it
without
like a
prostate.
chunk taken out of like
Yeah.
chunk out like just like a chunk taken out of his crotch and then like a chunk taken out of his side.
I think that's great. But then he said, but I'm still here. John continued, and I can't thank you enough. You're the people that made me and made me without a hip. No, he didn't say that. John has said many health woes over the years. Last month, he revealed that he was recovering from a severe eye infection that affected his vision. So maybe no eyes. After undergoing knee and hip replacement surgery. The Tiny Dancer singer also got a pacemaker fitted for an irregular heartbeat in the 90s, was hospitalized for influenza and a bacterial infection in 2009, had an abscess that was discovered on his appendix in 2013, and suffered gastric flu in 2016. I love they're giving us the health rundown. I got to know everything about Elton John.
I'm about to do the same thing tomorrow to one of my patients.
Yeah.
I have to present a case.
So here's what you should just fill it in with Elton John's stuff.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I got this mixed up with Elton John.
Shit. This is a New York Post article. Plus, John has dealt with hearing loss caused by many years of touring. No shit. Yeah, and it just kind of, I don't even remember. I was trying to see if there's anything else of this to bring up.
He is
but
not
really.
Superman. One musician who has known John for decades told the Post at the time, he should be at home with his kids and his husband, not stuck on the road. I worry that he won't finish this tour. His last tour in 2021.
His last tour. He's done now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Elton, with his, he needs to be home with his 13-year-old and 11-year-old children. Not a joke. His husband is 61 though, so that is saying something. But so let's circle back here for a second. I want to point out one thing where he said, I don't have a prostate. Now, Gavin, as the medical expert here, soon to be medical expert,
me.
soon to be doctor.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the resident doctor here.
Well, you're going to be. I don't know why you're being a big joker about this, but you are.
No, because I don't know.
I know. That's why I'm saying
based.
soon. I'm saying soon to be, not currently. And you're right. It's all medications based.
All medication.
But I can still call you doctor. Not yet. But what is a common what is a common thing that happens after you have your prostate removed? Now I know the answer, but I just want to see if you do, since you're
urinary incontinence.
Exactly. Urinary incontinence. Once you get your prostate removed,
you're gonna be
erectile dysfunction. Sometimes that thing just be flowing. So I think that,
that's probably what happened. Is
so if we circle back for a second, there is a story, you can look it up, where Elton was in a sneaker store with his 2 teenage sons. We'll see you guys next week. With his teenage sons, 11 and 13. One was not even a teenager yet. And I don't know if 11's teenager. I'm not sure. I'm not not quite in the loop. And in France, and the owner, this is all coming from the owner of the store, said he didn't know who he was.
Well, Elton John knew who he was, but the owner didn't know who Elton John was.
He was like, "Who are you?" And he was like, "I'm Elton John." And he went on to. He didn't know. He found out who he was after he pissed in the store. But Elton was like, "Do you have a bathroom?" The guy was like, "No." And then he apparently went up to the security guard and said, "Give me a bottle." And then just, apparently just stood right there and pissed into the bottle. And some drips got on the floor, and the owner was like, "What are you doing?" And then after that was like, "Who are you, by the way?" And he's like, "I'm Elton John." And then he's like, "Oh shit." And then got a picture of him in the store. But the owner wasn't even really mad. He was just like, it was weird. I don't know why it happened.
He's got a plaque now on the floor that says Elton John pissed in this spot. 2022.
He kept the stain.
2023. 2024.
2024.
It was early this summer. It was during the Olympics.
Yeah, it was. But that's a very brief retelling of it. You really got to go listen to that episode where he talked about it, because it's genuinely my favorite story of this year. But him saying, "I don't have a prostate," I think puts the nail in the coffin that he pissed in that store. Because we were like, this seems made up, but why would this guy make it up? Because he doesn't even seem mad about it. It just seems like he was just like sharing this, information.
It's a story that happened to anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't even, because like, I don't even think anybody knew about him pissing in the store. I think they were just like, "Oh shit, Elton John went to this sneaker store. Let's interview this guy about it." And he was like, "Oh yeah, it was great. I didn't know who he was. And by the way, he pissed in the store in a bottle." So I fully believe it now. And I can't wait I can't wait to hear more about Elton John. Moving on.
As if we don't hear enough.
Right. I mean, you're just going to keep hearing more about it from us, and that's a damn promise. Gavin, if you don't mind, your screen is already shared, because I'm going to need you to pull up something for a brand new segment I'm calling Website of the Week.
That is a really good sound.
That sound kind of just keeps going on and on. So we, of course, as I mentioned, we are a big fan of weird websites, especially ones that have funny names. And the other day, as I was editing some clips for a podcast known as Movies Baby that we talked about earlier, I was trying to find an image for this movie called, what is it called? It's a Sam Raimi movie. Hold on. It should be right there on the cover too, which is weird that it's not. It is called, I still don't, where is it? Hold on 1 second. I gotta know the name of it. The Quick and the Dead. And I was looking at Google Images, and I found an image for it. And then I briefly looked down in the corner and noticed that it was from a website called girlswithguns.org. Wow. And I was like, I got to know more about what this website is, as a lover of guns and girls.
Right.
As you know I am.
And me too.
Yeah. And so I went to it and was like, what is this website all about? Because it's a very, no offense, it's a very shitty website. It is, the top image is like a screenshot of a logo that says Girls with Guns. So I dug into it, and it's still active. It doesn't seem like it would be an active website, but it is. So this person who runs this website, Gavin, from what I can understand, watches every new movie that comes out that involves women shooting guns and reviews them. So if you go to reviews A to Z and you go, you're already on new, and just click on a review, like, these are full in-depth reviews of like movies. I don't even fucking know what they are, but they're all like this long. It's crazy. So this one for the Restore Point, which literally this review came out yesterday, says, "Have you backed up today?" Which is a weird quote. And he says, "My knowledge of Czechoslovakian movies is quite limited, mainly the wonderful films such as Three Wishes for Cinderella or Saxana, The Girl with the Broomstick, and TV series Arabella or The Visitors made for children in the 70s and 80s. Don't know what any of those are. Just pick a random paragraph. Yeah, it's just like, I don't even, it's just like very in-depth reviews. It's so bizarre and like such a weird niche. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. It's a very weird website.
What is this kick butt quotient here?
Dude, it's the kick. You don't know what the kick butt quotient is?
Well, I'm sure I can click on it and find out. Well, that's
what the Is it? Wait, is this like an about?
This is still the website. Yeah, this is still the website.
Oh, I didn't know there was an about page. So there's a seal of approval section here that says GWG approved, Girls with Guns approved. The following films have all received the official girlswithguns.org seal of approval for quality in the action heroine film field. So they have 5
They're
stars.
They posted today. Time for a spinoff.
Oh, they have a
Maidens with
Facebook.
Muskets.
How many likes on that Facebook page?
6.5K likes, 6.7K followers.
Wow. All right. Some of their 5-star films, Gavin, they only have a few. Aliens, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Faster, Pussycat, Kill Kill, which I've heard of, Heroic Trio, Miss 45, Run Lola Run, Wait Until Dark. So in case you guys want to watch any of those. They also have an upcoming posts tab where you can see all the way up until March of next year what they're going to be reviewing. Yeah, I suggest I'll put a little image up here of just the homepage, but you guys got to go check it out for yourself. I mean, they're doing great work for someone,
For people that are interested in women and guns. I mean, they have 25 pages. This goes all the way back to, holy shit, 2003.
Jesus Christ. That's insane.
They've watched every single probably movie since then. I mean, these all kind of all have the same date, so this is probably started in 2003. But
they had those backloaded.
I think they do, yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're right.
2003 was whenever they definitely got founded, because then it's like March, April 2003, May.
And it doesn't seem like they've updated their website since then, if I had to guess.
Yeah, some of these websites are older than my sister.
How did you find the Facebook page?
I went to links.
Oh, that's a good. That's
well, actually, no. Actually, I think it was. What was it? How did I get there?
This is so weird. Yeah, how did you?
News archive.
Oh man, I don't even.
Seal of approval.
I was over 30 years old before I touched a real gun, and I've only done so once. But if you're looking for information, these might help. What?
Oh, there's books too. They did book reviews.
So what is there? God, there needs to be an about page. Why is there not an about page? I need to know.
Dude, they have books. They did book reviews too, and they also they even still link to like insane. Amazon products.
Because you also found an about page, and I can't find that, and I want to know about it. Because I want to know why did they start this. Ugh, we're not gonna be able to find it, are we? Damn it. Because you found it on you were looking at that
Search plus info here.
Site is in. You want to read
Welcome
that?
to girlswithguns.org, a site which has been live on the internet since St. Valentine's Day. Of course, they say it like that. It can't just be Valentine's Day.
Nope.
These guys. 2003. The domain name was bought by me by my wife, Chris, knowing my love of action heroines. Heroines? Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, these people are in a polyamorous relationship for
100%.
sure.
And a long-term interest in cult movies, as well as writing about them, and has grown from small beginnings to the hefty tome you see before you.
I'll say.
There are various ways you can access the site content. The reviews section lists all content by title, while the seal of approval section is all the movies that come with our personal recommendation. Your mileage, of course, may vary. The chronological list on the sidebar will let you see all content for a particular month. However, you should note that many of my earlier entries were not originally dated. When imported into the current site, they have generally been given a date of January 1, 2003. I would not rely on the specific date for any others, but the month year should be fairly accurate. You can also check out the new page if you're looking for the most recent updates. That'll show you the last 2 to 3 months worth of content. Of course.
And they're in Scottsdale, so Sean
could go hang out with them. Jim and Chris McLennan.
Shout out to the McLennans. That's
I mean, there it is, the archives. It goes.
That didn't really tell me why exactly. Holy
No, it does.
Shit.
The domain was bought by his wife. He loves action heroines and he likes writing movie reviews, and so he just wrote movie reviews for women with
movies
guns.
about women with guns.
Yeah, January 2003. Oh, there's categories. Wow.
I mean, it's truly fascinating. That is such a niche.
You can even go. Whoa! You can. There's like a calendar here.
Well,
but if I go back to September, it like takes me to the September page.
Oh. Yeah, it's just very weird. It's like, because he says that he's only touched a gun once. So it's like, I don't know. That's very bizarre. I don't, hey.
And he also has
cares about
tags
it.
too, like tags of 2017.
Jesus.
So these are movies that were made in 2017.
Damn, he went deep. I mean, it's a hobby, I'm not. Hey, listen, we're poking a little bit of fun at it, but I can't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a hobby. I get it.
That's incredible.
Hey, God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless.
Props to Chris
God bless
and
you and
Jim.
yours. Well, Gavin, you're going to need to keep that screen sharing up because we got some clips to watch. I guess we are technically talking politics here very, very briefly. It's not even really about the politics. It's more about, I almost said Elton John, Elon Musk.
Well, same thing.
Being just a silly, wacky boy at the Trump rally in, I'm going to remember, Butler, Pennsylvania, where Trump got shot. He went back and had a big rally. It was a big turnout. And he had a good pal of his, Elon, come out.
His name is Elon Musk. He saved free speech. He created so many different great things. Where is he? Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space.
Right.
Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Being very normal. Doing very... You can stop it there. That's all I needed.
We had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs.
Oh, maybe we do need this.
And another who was fist pumping after getting shot.
Getting shot.
Yeah, I mean, just very normal things that just jump in the air without making any real sort of facial reaction. Just doing it. Man. Just normal.
He's just excited to be there.
Very normal stuff from our boy Elton, Elon, whatever. So Gavin, you told me that you were laughing at a clip before you got onto the Zoom earlier.
This is a very funny clip. I think it is very funny.
And I said, "Oh, do you want to show it on the show?" And you immediately were like, "I don't know." And I was like, "Well, let's do a thing. Let's just show it. And if it's not good to me, because I'm the only one who can judge it besides you, we'll just move on without saying another word."
Okay, perfect.
And if it's funny, we'll talk about it.
It's funny or not. If it's not,
yeah, funny or not.
And it's funny or not. And if it's not,
you got to ride the Simeon.
Here we are at the old shithole field. You have to back Xavier Edwards up against Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns deals. Fouled away. As we'll see ourselves get in to what might be another immaculate game against these two clubs. As we see a familiar face in Xavier Edwards up against Michael McGreevy. And I'm going slop up here. Oh, fouled away. The 1-1 pitch from McGreevy. Send higher. That's fouled into Yonkers. Strikes deep to center field. Back it goes. And you won't see it again. It's Bernie Williams breaks it off.
So is that first of all, it is very funny. You guys just told me, is this a recent thing that MLB The Show started allowing you to play against other people? Or is that
for the first time where like you get like ranked with your friends? Yes, you were always able to play against people.
Okay.
A couple years ago, they introduced like the cross-platform. I think it was 2022, I believe.
Like single player.
Yeah, but it was like cross-platform playing against people with your friends, but it wasn't ranked. And then last year it was ranked that like you could play with other friends. So then
it's
now
not technically new.
It's not technically new, and you were kind of always able to do it, but it was always one of those like funny things. But yeah, this was played. They were playing against each other. You can play also against your friends on different platforms. So that's what me and Spencer did for a long time.
Yeah, and we were talking about how fun it would be. Well, how insane it would be if they allowed like voice chat, like in like Call of Duty, where you could like heckle the other. Heckle is a nice way of putting it.
Yeah,
heckle the other people.
Like even if it was just in between innings or like right after a home run, and just being able to say shit like, "I just fucking kill you."
Right.
Let's go.
But did my camera die? But that's not a thing. Because I was like, at first I was like, oh, is that what they're doing? But I was like, oh no, they're just on a voice chat and he's using like a filter to do old timey announcements for it. It's very fun. I like that a lot.
Which is very funny.
That's a very funny thing.
That is a really good niche, and that's always a joke that I feel like, especially with baseball, you can 100% make a joke.
Yeah.
Because it is that old of a game.
Right.
That you're able to be like, here they are coming up to the plate. The old shithole field.
Well, Gavin, that clip was a swing and a home run.
Wow, that sounded exactly like a baseball.
I liked it. It was good. I'm into it. Let's do we want to? No, let's save this next door drama.
Yeah, let's save it.
Let's save it. We're gonna keep this one a tad bit. I say a tad bit shorter, but it's really just keeping it to how the length of the episode should be.
Yeah.
But we always go on long because we have too much fun and have too much to say. So let's move on into. That's everything, right? I'm not missing anything?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. That's it. Yeah.
Let's move on.
It's that short, Carson.
It is that short for you to ride the Sibian.
Oh, fuck.
Ugh. Let's move on into what you're listening to, a segment we do every single week.
Every week
Since the third episode of the show, where we go and listen to music. And then after the week is up, we recommend what we've been listening to in the past week to each other, to the audience, so you can listen at home and see if you like our recommendations. I also just want to say really quickly, and I was going to mention this last week or 2 weeks ago. I guess it would have been last week for any longtime listeners that even give a shit. I used to do a thing of the month during the month of October where I would recommend Halloween music every week. Mm-hmm. And then I would also do this, a similar thing in December with recommending Christmas music. I decided I'm not doing that this year because I got kind of sick of it last year. Not that I don't like either of those musics, but it was just like I was just digging for things at that point, and then it didn't feel genuine. So I will do one for the Halloween episode that's Halloween related, and it's probably the same for Christmas, but I just wanted to say it. Not that anybody cares, but I just wanted to say that if there's one person who does. Gavin, what have you been listening to this past week?
This week I'm listening to, and I have been absolutely binging this song, so it's probably going to, it's Mingin. Probably going to be on my like top 5 list of the year in terms of like most listened to on Apple Music if they do that, because I'm on Apple Music now. I started at the beginning of the year, or I guess middle of the year. Sellout.
I don't know. Okay.
Sellout. I've been paying for this shit.
Sellout.
And it is Gilded Lily by the band Colts, or the duo Colts. And I had never heard of them before. And if there's one thing about me is that I really like kind of like, again, I still really like old-timey kind of like doo-wop kind of like, this isn't like a doo-wop song, but it has like elements of that. It's
like Motown?
I mean like background singers basically.
Oh, okay.
Or they're like background singers, and like there's either that could be like a high like a ride, like just like a very like bluesy kind of like just very, if it's something like that. But this one is more of like, I don't even know what kind of genre this is, but it came up whenever I was listening after Claro's album was over. It started playing recommended songs or similar songs, and this came up, and it was an instant hit for me. I think it starts out on the same chord as "Isn't It a Pity" by George Harrison. But they're a duo, and I try to listen to their stuff. I think it's a TikTok song. Who knows? But I never heard it on TikTok. But it recommended TikTok songs because most of Claro's songs like are on TikTok and get used all the time in videos.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. and this was released in 2022, and I'll show you it after the show, but it's a very kind of like emotional song for some reason, and it's got that old timey like, haven't I given enough? And it's like in the background while someone's like trying to sing. It's just like it has like a background singer to it.
Yeah.
And it's just has like kind of like a new tone, but then like some old stuff thrown in. I think there's a couple songs that I've listened to recently that have that, where it's like, that's so good. So this is one of those songs, and I really enjoy it.
I like it. I like the sounds of that. This week, Gavin, kind of similar to what you're saying as far as just like obsessively listening to a song over and over again, except for I've been listening to 2 songs back to back over and over and over again, because they're supposed to be like one long song, but they split it up into 2 songs on this album. The album is great. It's from a band that I've talked about, I think, one other time, called Heart of a Coward. They're like a metalcore band. I think like the most underrated metalcore band ever. I've literally never heard anybody talk about them. I don't know why. I think they're fucking amazing. I recommended their album prior to this called Severance, which I just think is perfect. They're just amazing. Go listen to them. But I was listening to this album, and I got to these 2 songs at the very end of the album. Skeletal 1, Morning Repairs, and Skeletal 2, Arise. And they're just so beautifully done, and the way that they flow into each other is perfect. Just everything about it is amazing. Skeletal 2, Arise has like probably the best like crescendo in metal music I've ever heard. It's just like the whole song crescendos, but it's like it gets to one part and it's just like blew my mind. And I've just nonstop been listening to these 2 songs. They're a perfect pairing. One of them's heavier, the other one's more somber until it has that crescendo. And usually I'm not a big fan of like long songs, or even really necessarily like, I like like songs that are split up. Those are always fun, but I never like re-listen to them this many times. But it's something about these 2 songs that just like is really just honestly beautiful, which is a weird, kind of an odd thing to say.
Weird way to describe metal music.
Yeah, exactly. But it truly is. And I really don't know why Heart of a Coward doesn't get the representation that they should. I mean, fucking hell, they're an amazing band, and like I still have yet to get tired of listening to any of their stuff. It just like always comes back around, and it's always like fucking blows my mind every time.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, go check those songs out for sure. I think anybody can really get some appreciation out of them. But yeah, that does it. A little over an hour-long episode. That's pretty fun, huh?
Well, everybody, thanks for listening. It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 187. Keep watching, keep listening, keep doing whatever you do to our episodes. We'll keep doing this and you and whatever else you want us to do.
We'll keep doing this and you and, we'll keep doing us.